Hi everybody, it's Ami. Do you ever think to yourself, who the hell am I? Cause same. I have some tea with me here today, my favorite. It's Arizona green tea. Love that stuff. I'm not sponsored by the way. I just really love that stuff. So what is today's video about? Today's video is mostly about my own experience with that sort of stuff, with identity and identity crisis. I just wanted to make this video mostly for myself, so I sort of state how I feel. Maybe it helps some of you guys, maybe you feel the same, or maybe you have some tips for me, I don't know. So I was born biologically female. Up until the age of maybe 7, I would say, I usually wore my older brother's clothes. But I also wore some dresses and also like girly clothes. I will talk a lot about the social construct of gendered clothes. So if I say feminine clothes, you know what I mean. In the end, no clothing is gendered. It doesn't have a gender, but yeah, I'm just talking about the whole construct of feminine and masculine clothing. I used to have short hair as a young child, like up until I went to elementary school, so up until I was about 6, and then I let it grow out. Because I was told that I look gross with short hair by one of my friends back then. They told me that I look like a boy, and that was something that was very despicable. And I believed that for a long time. That's why I had long hair until I was 12. And then I finally managed to say, okay, I don't like this anymore. I want to be a bit different. And then I cut my hair again. Not very short, but like to my shoulders, which was a huge step, because before that I had it like up until like to my butt. It was really long. I never had that long hair ever again, by the way. Especially when in like elementary school, when we had like carnival sort of dress up stuff, I used to love dressing up in like super cute fairy outfits or like princess stuff. I loved dressing up as a princess. That was so awesome. I had like princess dresses that I got for Christmas once. I loved those. Especially with my cousin, we played princesses all the time and watched Disney movies together. Our favorite one was Aladdin. We watched that like sometimes 3 times a day even. We loved that movie so much. I loved doing that. I loved all of that girly stuff. And but I also loved dressing up as for example, I dressed up as one of the 3 Musketeers, and I also dressed up as a pirate. I dressed up as, I have forgotten what the character is called, but he's like also like a vigilante type character who's actually a hero. If I remember the name, I'll write it somewhere here on the screen. If not, then I'm really sorry, I forgot. Yeah, I also dressed up as like very masculine characters, also with like a beard drawn on my face and stuff like that. I loved that, even though like most people, especially boys in my class, thought it was really weird. But then again, I was a weird bullied child throughout most of my life, so it wasn't really, you know, that different. But it did get to me that people didn't like that, so especially whenever I tried to dress in a different style, people would stare or make comments about it. I remember when I was about 13 or something, one of the girls in my class told me that I couldn't wear short shorts because I was too big. Just because of that, they didn't want to see me, they didn't want to see my legs, and it was the first time in my life I would ever wear short shorts that were like super pastel-y, and they were like mint and super soft and so nice, and then this person tells me that I'm not allowed to wear those. Yeah, so I had a huge issue with confidence. I had absolutely no confidence, so for a while I just wore lots of dark clothing, usually just jeans and black t-shirts or just normal t-shirts, nothing that stood out very much, and I was very scared of people noticing me. I always just hid under hoodies and like stuff that I could just put my hands in and like disappear behind. Now comes a different story. That's when I started to dress in fairy K. That was last year. That was actually when I started art school. Actually most of my fellow students told me that please, 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 you should wear this fashion, because I told everyone that I wanted to dress like this, but I'm just too scared. I'm not confident enough to pull it off, and they really boosted my confidence and told me that if I'm not gonna do it now, when will I? And yeah, I'm really glad I did that, because that really boosted my confidence about fashion, at least. It's still taking a lot for me to dress up this way. I still doubt myself all the time and it's very, very complicated for me to really accept that I love dressing this way, and people who don't appreciate me as me and find me weird because I dress a certain way, they can just, you know, F off. Anyways, we're getting off topic here, but it all has to do with what I'm trying to tell you guys, which is I love dressing feminine now. I for a while I didn't dress very masculine or very feminine. It was a very neutral style, and I didn't really love anything. I tried to dress a way that I would be overlooked, basically. And I didn't really wear any dresses, or I would wear skirts because I thought they looked gross on me, or like I would look ugly in them. I didn't look good in anything like that. Because of bad experiences in the past where people told me that I didn't look good like that. So it was a huge, huge impact when I finally started wearing dresses for the first time and actually enjoying it. And finally wearing skirts and pastel-y, cutesy stuff that didn't just hide my whole body and really brought out some happiness that I was feeling through my clothes. I really enjoy the happiness that this type of fashion gives me. It really improved my health, I would say. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Now, my only problem is that as soon as you start dressing very feminine, people see you differently. As soon as you start dressing like a stereotype, like super girly, people automatically assume that you want everyone to be that stereotype, which is completely against the whole idea of deciding yourself what you want to wear, what you want to do, how to live your life, basically. So, but it's still in a lot of people's minds that if I dress this way, I have certain views, and also they assume that, well, I'm a girl, which I don't know. I don't know what I am. I have a very, very dear friend. She is a lovely, lovely girl that I met through art school, and when she came out to me, I sort of started thinking about the whole idea again of what even is gender, and like what does it even mean, and because I used to have lots of identity crises about that. Also, there was a time when my girlfriend also thought about that sort of stuff as well and found her sort of terms, but I never felt comfortable with anything. And for a long time I thought I don't really care, but I do care. I do care what about certain names for myself, and at some point I just didn't feel comfortable anymore with calling myself a girl. I'm getting super emotional here, I'm really sorry. I have some personality disorders that also don't really help with finding your identity, and they sort of, yeah, make it even harder for me to understand myself, basically. And that has gotten a lot worse in the last couple of years. It's getting better now, but it was really bad for a while. What actually made me change my pronouns was a video that I did where I was wearing a dark wig, a black wig, and I took pictures of myself, and also obviously I looked at the footage that I filmed because I was in that wig on screen, and I looked so androgynous. I couldn't see myself in that person anymore, but I loved this person. I loved this person so much more than I loved myself. Like, I felt like, oh my god, this is me, this is who I want to be, this is exactly how I want to be. Sorry guys, I'm so stupid and emotional, but I felt like this person is so beautiful, and I never really thought of me as someone who could be beautiful. It felt so good to think of myself as not a girl, not a woman. Girl is better, but woman just never fit me. I don't like the term woman for myself, and I also don't like man for myself. What I like is boy. I like boy, I like girl not as much, more boy, because it's very innocent. I like innocent terms for myself a lot. That's why this shirt means so much to me, because it says baby boy, and I don't know, it makes me feel so happy. Like, something about that is just so good. But as I said, I have absolutely no idea what I am or who I am and what I really identify as or want to identify as, and I really don't know. And that's okay. I need to remind myself every day that I am valid, even though I don't know who I am and what my pronouns are. They are they them right now, by the way. It's fine. If you're going through this, you are valid. You are okay. You're a person. You deserve to be loved. No one is allowed to tell you otherwise. So I think we should end it here, because otherwise I'm going to cry all day long. I'm so sorry. I usually don't do videos like these where I get that emotional, but this is something that I really wanted to get off my mind. It's very much for myself, but also for you guys. Maybe it helps you guys. Hopefully. That's the goal after all, and yeah, I love you so much. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.